Hi, welcome back to the Jonathan's Kitchen. Today we're going to have a special treat for you. We're not making one thing, we're going to make 4 different things.
Yeah.
So we're going to make salsa, mayonnaise, ranch, and hummus.
Yes.
And this is basically just from things you have at home. So today we're going to start by making hummus. Now I don't actually have tahini, but I do have sesame seeds and some oil. So we are going to make our own tahini. So why don't we first take this cup, go over to the stove. We got to toast it and make it nice, smelly, give it a nice aroma, and then we'll blend it up and turn it into tahini. So come on over, let's go to the stove. Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to put the sesame seeds here in this pan. We're going to saute, cook it up a bit, give it a nice smell and some color before we blend it up with some oil. I've got it on a medium-high heat, and let's just get this nice and brown. Give it a... Okay, so as you can hear some of it starting to pop. But as you see, there's some coloring going on here. We're not quite there yet, but I am starting to smell it cook. Oh, yeah, see there, we're getting some brown spots. So just a little bit longer on the heat here, and then we'll go back over and we'll blend it up. Okay, so it's gotten a bit more brown, so we're going to turn this off. We're going to head back over to the blender. Now this is about 1 cup of sesame seeds. Oh, look at that.
Yep.
Very nice. So let's go ahead back over and blend these up. Now that we're done with that, ooh, look at that nice steam coming up. So we're going to grab the salt because we'll need that. And we're going to grab the oil. We are using avocado oil because we like avocado oil, but you can really use peanut oil, sesame oil, canola oil. It'll all work. All right, so now we're gonna put this on here. Give these a nice whirl in the blender here. Okay. Give it a nice shake. Ooh, smell that sesame. So now if we take a look, we kind of got it a nice
smell it.
Powdery type of thing going on here.
Smells like walnuts.
So now we're going to add our oil. Good. Gonna add some oil.
Which my dad's going to do.
And we're just going to do a little bit at a time because we just want a paste out of this. We don't want to make it so thin. Since I started making hummus, Sophia, you want to add some salt to that?
Yes.
Maybe a pinch of salt? Not the whole thing. You add the whole thing, it's going to be a little salty, you know what I mean? Let's go one more pinch. Your pinches are a little small compared to mine. All right. As you do it, we're going to add more salt later to the hummus anyway, so you don't want to add too much. Okay, Kevin, hit that button right there for me.
Which, this one?
Yeah, that one. Push it.
Okay.
That looks like it's ready.
Ooh. Okay, so we need our beans.
Got a nice little paste going on here. So we're gonna put that right into there.
And there we got hummus.
That is not hummus, that is tahini, Kevin.
Yeah.
It's a part of what we need to make the hummus though. And it's very simple to make. Okay.
Ooh,
Sophia, you want to add the next ingredient? This is cumin we're going to add.
Okay.
I'll chop this up.
Okay, where are we? This.
Yep.
A little bit of. Oh.
Doesn't come out very well, does it?
Yeah.
So we're going to take the seeds out of the lemon here, add it to our garbanzo beans, which is actually what I put in here. You want to know the difference between garbanzo beans and the chickpeas? Nothing. They're the same thing, just price. Kevin, we're going to add about half lemon. All right, give it a, let's see if I can't get any more extras out of there. We'll use that lemon juice in there. Okay, let's make it 4. Yours are really, really small. 2, 3, 4. All right. So we're gonna, now that we got our garbanzo beans, and we need one more ingredient, which is garlic. So just use 1 clove of garlic. Put it right in there after you peel it.
Can I?
Sophia, you want to let me make sure I got this on. Press that middle button. Or water from the garbanzo beans. I'm just going to add a little bit right here. So that way...
We want to press a button.
Hold on, don't press any buttons yet. Clean these sides down here, and let's get ready to restart this machine. Get some nice hummus. All right, Kevin, you do the honors.
This one?
Yep. Didn't quite get it.
I'm not using my hands because then I'll get them dirty.
The nice thing about being it a little too thick is I can add a little bit of water each time just to get it to smooth consistency. If I added all the water and it comes out a complete liquid, then I've gone too far and I can't reverse that. Okay, 3rd time's a charm. So a little stir. And hopefully, I think this time it'll do the trick. I'm gonna scrub the sides down a bit more. And we don't want to put very many seasonings in at first either until we get it. Now that we got this about the right consistency that we want it, like I said, we weren't going to add all the liquid to it, but oh yeah, that looks nice. Look at that. Why don't you come on in closer here and take a look? And that's about the consistency you want it. Nice paste here. All right, experts. Let's see.
Let me taste.
Really? Here, taste that. What did you tell me what you think, expert Kevin? Good? You think we need to add more salt or cumin? So let's add a little bit more salt. Give this a nice little mix here. And then we'll put the lid back on. Let's see what you think. Dip your spoon in there. Yeah? All right. Sounds like we got a good mix. Now, you can do a couple things with pita. You can use it raw as it is. You can put it in the oven and bake it, or you can fry it. But it goes great with hummus. So let's see if we really got something good here. Now, I can sit here and eat this all day. So that's how you make hummus. Let's get a bowl. All right.
That looks good, everybody.
It does, doesn't it? Now that we're done with that, there you go. There's some nice
I'm trying to open
hummus
it.
for you. Bam! You don't need this any further. Let's get this out of our way. With our hummus, we are going to go ahead and make mayonnaise for you. It's going to require lemon juice, Dijon mustard, salt, oil, and eggs. And we're going to start with the eggs because we only need the yolk. So let's take this egg out of there. We don't get it nasty with the egg whites there. Oops. Looks like...
Ooh.
You don't always get it perfect. Sometimes you break the yolk.
The shirt shows. Yummy. Huh?
I get as much egg white out as possible.
Yeah, it's fine. We
Yeah.
got a little bit.
Okay, so we're gonna add lemon juice. Ooh.
That looks. Oh, no, there's a seed.
Yep, there is a seed in there. Right, so now that we've got our lemon juice and our egg yolk in there, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of Dijon Mayo. This is our emulsifier. It's gonna help keep everything together because otherwise it won't stick, it'll break on me. And expert Sophia, you want to get that whisked in there and make it nice and fluffy? Yeah, go ahead and break that yolk now. It's all good. You know, the interesting thing about this is it starts out yellow, as you can see, because of the yolk, but then it turns out white. It's all part of the emulsification process and everything. Once we get it blended, it'll turn white.
Smells like.
How about I take over for just a little bit on that and get it all nice and...
Master Chef here.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. All right, think you can whisk that fast, Sophia? Okay, so that we've got all that in there, we're ready for our oil process, and we're going to do this very, very slowly so that it gets mixed in nicely. Nice little stream there, get that stream mixed in. I can feel it right in here in my muscles there. Yeah, noises from the peanut gallery, huh? I feel like I need those two Muppets that give comments. Now this is the old-fashioned way of whipping it up and getting it mixed in and done. All right, that was looking nice, but we're gonna go modern day fashion here and woo! Add some power to it. All right, Sophia. Next, I'm gonna start mixing in oil. Mix that oil in there. Okay. Hold it on. Hold on just a sec, sweetie. That's looking like mayo. All right, give it a nice. Keep it on. Don't let go of the button. See how long you can hold that button. All right, so as you can see, I added egg yolks, Dijon mustard, lemon juice, salt, and oil. And you can use vegetable oil, pretty much any vegetable oil, olive oil. Don't tend to like olive oil because it has a bitter taste to it at the end. Nice consistency for mayonnaise. Okay. Yes, that hits the spot. Nice, good mayonnaise. All right, expert Sophia. Good. So now that our mayonnaise is done, we're gonna make a ranch dressing. Mayonnaise is one of the mother sauces, and there's 4 others. So we're gonna use sour cream. For those 4 others, please leave a comment below. Let me know if you guys are kitchen smart and what those other 4 are. In the meantime, we're gonna use some sour cream and buttermilk, dill, pepper, salt, onions, and garlic, and we're gonna make some homemade ranch dressing. Now, I used to love ranch dressing from the store just as much as anybody, but ever since I made it here at home, to die for. I love it. And we're gonna use fresh dill. And so let's get this started. All right. So I like to start with the mayonnaise because it's the thickest part and we want a creamy dressing. So it's easier for me to go from thick to creamy in this case. And so we're gonna add some buttermilk. Just a nice little mix there. With all the stuff we're making, I am going to leave the ingredients in the description below. And that way you guys can help yourself to some homemade ranch and other stuff. I always love doing this for other people so that they can learn to do it themselves. It's always nice to be able to cook and do things for yourself.
People might not know the ingredients to it.
Okay, expert Sophia, would you add 2 of those pieces of dill? I'm gonna add some onions. You can use the onion flakes, powdered onions, fresh onions, preferably chives, but I don't have chives at the moment, so. Let's add some salt. Add some pepper. Give it some nice color there. And expert Sophia, would you add another thing of dill?
Woo.
Just 1 sprig, please. How about we test this thing out? I think it needs more dill, a little bit more buttermilk. So let's get more buttermilk in there and get some dill in there. Get some more sour cream here. Now the recipe I'm going to give you is going to have some numbers on it, like how many teaspoons and stuff. But I say do this on your own. Try it without the cups or tablespoons or whatever. Just try and add things yourself until you taste good. Make it taste good. I taste, and that's the way I like it. And once I make it taste good, I don't need the numbers for the ingredients. I just need to know what ingredients. we're also gonna add the garlic. And you just need to peel it, throw it in, grind it up. If you're gonna do this with a whisk or something, I suggest mincing the garlic. There we go. Now that we got the garlic in there, that was just 1 clove of garlic. Yeah. All right. Well, there you go, folks. Tastes nice and yummy, nice and delicious. As you can see, it's a little bubbly, but I've been using the hand mixer, and there we go. Some nice, delicious ranch. Now, doesn't that look good? Homemade, I always say, is better than buying it from the store. And next up, we're going to be making salsa. All right, to finish off today's video, we are going to make a salsa. We're eventually going to blend it up in here, but I'm going to show you pico first, and then we'll go from there. So for our ingredients, we're going to have Roma tomatoes. We have a jalapeno. And with the jalapeno, there's several ways you can do this, depending on how spicy you want it. I'm going to do a mild, which means I'm going to take out the seeds and the membranes, and it's going to be a mild salsa. And I'm only using one. Now, if you want it a little hotter, you leave the membranes and salsa in, or membranes and seeds in. And then if you want it hotter than that, you add more than one. Depending on how hot you want it, you can add as many as you like, I guess. But onions, normally you'd use a red onion, but I have white. And then we got salt, pepper, lime juice, and cumin. And these are going to be to taste. So let's get making a pico, and I'll show you by using these tomatoes first. So just going to take the core out. And we're going to dice this up. Okay, so now that we got these tomatoes in a small dice, I'm going to do one more tomato here. Basically, you're going to give these a nice small dice. Insert the tip of the knife. Cut this core out. As you can see, I'm not always perfect with my small dices. That might have been a little bit more of a medium dice, but hey. Our last bit of tomato. Take this onion and dice this up by switching knives. So always remember that the right knife for the job is the best knife. In this case, I'm not going to use a serrated knife just to chop up these onions. Again, we're going to kind of do a small dice here. Just throw it in. Here comes the fun part. We're going to do the jalapeno, and we're going to do what we can to take all these membranes and seeds out. The way I like to do it is just cutting into the side like that. That way it takes most of them out, but sometimes you have to do a little extra. Now the capsaicin that's in these peppers is what makes it spicy, and that's mostly going to be here in this light colored green membrane, as well as the seeds. That's where you get most of your spice, in these little seeds and stuff. You're okay to eat the seeds, but remember, you're going to add spice if you do. Me, I'm a little softy when it comes to spice. The hottest pepper I can usually eat is a peppercini. Don't usually eat jalapenos unless I'm like eating jalapeno poppers, but then they're de-seeded and membranes are removed, and then you get cream cheese, which is dairy, which softens the heat. So if it's ever too hot for you, of course, your Trinidad Scorpion Pepper or your Carolina Reaper, it doesn't matter how much milk or radishes you're going to eat, that's still going to be hot. I mean, we're talking heavy capsaicin in those, and those are going to burn your mouth. But if you find the heat is a little too much, drink some milk or eat some radishes, and that should kill the heat. Because drinking water doesn't really do it. You're just really spreading the oils of the capsaicin and the pepper around and makes it worse. So it's not really good to eat or drink water. So as you can see, we're doing a small dice on this, and we're going to make a nice little pico here. So for these purposes, I'm just showing you how to make a nice pico, and then we're going to put it in a blender and blend it up. Now, it's really up to you how you want to do this. If you want a pico, you know, just cut it up small like I'm already doing. Get that done off there. And I only use about 1 clove garlic. And we're gonna just mince that up and get it in there. Okay. I'm gonna take about half this cilantro here. Do the same thing. Rolling. Alright, let's get this cilantro done. So the easiest way to tell how the difference between cilantro, which is what this is, and parsley, is cilantro has more of a dignified smell to it. And you can tell by the leaf that it's a bit different. It's got 3 of the leaves there with fringes on it, and you got Italian parsley, but you can smell the smell that's coming off the cilantro already. And the parsley has a smell, but it's not much of one. At least that's my personal opinion on it. And that's always how I tell the difference between parsley, but smell that. Smells good. And it tells me that it's cilantro. Now you can either mince up cilantro like this, or if you've got some sort of Spanish dish, Mexican dish, you can leave the leaves whole as a garnish and just throw it right on top, make it look nice and pretty. But in this case, we're chopping it up. I'm gonna throw it in our salsa here. So that's looking good. We're gonna add a little bit of lime juice. One thing I don't like about parsley or cilantro gets all over your fingers. And it's sometimes not easy to come off. So that was lime juice I just put in here. I'm putting cumin. We're gonna do it to taste, so we're gonna keep it around just in case we need to add more. Some nice salt. Some nice pepper. And let's just give that a mix. And this is your basic pico de gallo. It's pretty simple. The one difference between pico de gallo and putting avocados in here and getting some guacamole is pretty much the same recipe, except you're putting avocados in here. You're gonna mash them up, put them in here. You're gonna make your amount of tomatoes you put in. Your rate of tomatoes to avocado is going to be different. You're going to have more avocado, obviously, because you're making a nice guacamole. But here we go, nice pico. Like I said, red onions would probably give you a bit more color. All right, so now that we've got our pico put together, and I got cilantro on my hands, like I said, it gets all over the place and it's hard to get off. We're going to take our tester spoon here. What's the one thing you should always remember when you're making food? First thing you should ever do, wash your hands. Shall we give it a try? Can taste a bit of that spice from the jalapeno. But it's not bad. Very good. So we're going to take this pico here. All right. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to make this onion a bit smaller. Don't want to make the machine do all the work, but I'm not going to do too much with it. I'm going to stick it right in there. We're just going to put the rest of our ingredients in here and blend it up, make a nice salsa. So obviously we're going to remove the cores here. So I'm adding a little more cilantro. I'm going to stuff this in here. And we'll come back to the seasonings in just a minute. Let's get this pureed down here. Get that stray stem of cilantro in there. Just wants to go all over the place except in. Okay.
That's like a lot.
I don't know why, but I always seem to struggle with these lids. All right, Kevin, you want to help?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to press the second button right there. All right.
That is a little loud.
Add some cumin.
Yep.
More lemon juice. Yeah.
Some lemon juice.
It's actually lime juice. Sorry. I probably said lemon juice.
Yeah, that's a lemon juice.
No, lime juice. Get some pepper in there.
And please subscribe to this channel.
Yes. Please subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. Like. All right, now we got a nice yummy salsa. Let's give it a taste.
Yep.
One thing you always want to do with any food you're making is taste it before you serve it.
I'm gonna go get a spoon. We already have another spoon.
Yeah.
But that one's dirty since.
All right, so now that we're finally done with our salsa, we're just gonna go ahead and add it to this bowl. And there we go. Nice yummy salsa. You can use chips and just eat it as is, or you can put it on burritos and have a nice salsa to go with everything. I like salsa, guacamole, sour cream on my burritos and tacos and stuff, so it'll make a nice addition. This is going to be all for today's video. Please hit the subscribe, like, give us a big thumbs up, and your little bell for notifications so that when we post more videos, you'll know. And hopefully you'll have some fun cooking these same dishes that we've been cooking. So, see y'all later.